Hey, so I wanted to do a video. um, obviously, I wanted to do a video. Duh. Um, this one's a little weird, and I'm really fighting it. Holy crap. Gosh, this is bad. Okay. So, I know this. Okay, so the intro started out kind of wonky. That was crazy. But it's okay. So I haven't done it in a while, obviously, because I'm never good at keeping up with doing them. But for this one, I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about magic mushrooms. Um, which I know can be very controversial. And there goes my phone, and everything is bad and ruined, and y'all just get to stare at the ceiling lights. I got y'all. It's better than looking at the lights. This is a really. Why is the lighting so unflattering? I promise you guys, it is not like white light in real life. It's. It's way warmer. The lighting is. I promise. This new phone I am working with. I'm trying. I haven't filmed with it, so I haven't fiddled with the settings. Haven't done anything with it. I just wanted to pop in and make a video because that's just what I'm about. Anyways, I gotta stop rambling. Okay, I wanted to talk about magic mushrooms, which is a can be controversial, whatever. And a lot of you, like, you're watching this now and you're like, oh shit, I'm on it right now. Actually, I'm on the come down. I'm like finally in the come down. But I know a lot of people who are like, okay, so what's it like doing magic mushrooms if you haven't done them? Okay, well, I'm gonna tell you. So, first things first, nausea, and it feels like someone stuck icy hot or like mint in your fucking nose. Like, it really makes your nose kind of runny sometimes. I'm also getting over a cold, so judge me as you want. But so nausea, cold. My main point that I wanted to talk about is I wanted to tell you guys about like what it's like taking a rather large dose. It's intense, and it's not the first time I've done it, and it won't be the last time I've done it. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. I love you. Kisses. I love you. You're the best, and you raised a good child, I promise. I'm making good decisions. But, oh my gosh, this eyeliner. When you take a really big dose, it's different for everybody, but here's how it was for me. For me, it was an explosion. It was like my body was like hot and cold at the same time, and it was like this explosion of color from inside my body. I know it sounds crazy, but stay with me. Yeah, an explosion of color from within my body, coming outwards, and it was like my entire being was unraveling. Like I could see these like little spirals and circles, in my skin. And I know that sounds like a what I'm talking about may sound like a horrifying experience. When you do mushrooms, if you ever try them, the big thing is to just keep telling yourself it's okay. That's it. Just keep telling yourself it's okay, because it will be okay. Like, you're not going anywhere. You just have to trust yourself. And I trust myself enough that I can trip alone. I'm not gonna like go jump off anything or anything crazy. Um, the only thing I have to be careful of is that sometimes when I trip, my body like tightens up and my hands will like curl like this, or I'll tense up really bad. Um, that's the only thing is I have to be careful doing that because I get cramps really bad, my muscles hurt, or repetitive motions. So like I have to be careful not to be like if I'm like scratching or touching myself at all, and I start like repeating, then I can end up hurting myself a little bit. But that's again, I know my limits. This is a whole video. It's a disaster. That's okay. That's okay. Anyway, yeah. Body exploding. Hot, cold, ether. It was crazy. It was some bullshit. Crazy bullshit. Oh yeah, and I cut my hair. That was a while ago. That is not new news. What's going on right there? I think that's not a scar. I think I have my line. I just have lines right there. Lips are dry. Yeah. Exploding color, heat, cold. Yeah. It's really hard to explain. It's a really intense, strange sensation, and man, yeah, I don't know how would I describe that other than just repeating myself over and over and saying hot, cold, and colors exploding out of my body. That's pretty much it. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. All right, let's get out of the bathroom. It's dark now. This video is unplanned, unscripted, and that's how I like them. I like my videos unscripted and unplanned and all that fun shit. That's just who I am. So, if you don't like it, then you are on the wrong channel. Oh my gosh, my cat. So cute. Actually, my cat's over there. A big black baby. Because he's a black cat. Oh, Lord. Oh, shush. Oh, fuck. Okay. But yeah. That's pretty much it. Like, the whole experience is crazy. And, I mean, I guess I could show you my journal. I don't think you'll want to see it, but maybe I should. Because, you know, why not? It'd probably be good to show people my journal. There are bad trips and then there are intense trips. I'm going to show you all my journal, and you're going to think that it was a bad trip. I'm telling you right now, you're going to think it was. It was not a bad trip. It was intense. I have really, really intense trips, but I know how to manage and handle them. So, I have never had a bad trip. Nothing that, like, makes me not want to ever do it again. So, but that's mushrooms. And acid, I've never had a bad trip either. But I haven't done acid a whole lot. I've done it maybe like 10 times. So that's not a whole lot to form an opinion, and I never take a whole lot. like mushrooms, I know how to dose. I don't. When it comes to acid, I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna do one. If it's a square, I'm one square because fuck doing more than that because that's okay. I don't need more than that. Alright. Sorry. I'm very tired. That's another thing is magic mushrooms will make you tired as fuck. It will make you're exhausted. So exhausted. The like regrouping that has to happen takes forever, or it feels like it takes forever. Like, let's see. My trip started at 11:30, like 11:30, 11:40 it started, and then it peaked around just like before 1, and then it was intense, and then I think finally at like 2:40 I felt like I had been released from the grasp of it enough to realize that I can go home now, which was a whole moving, getting up and walking is a whole nother like issue. Like I was like, how do my legs work? How do my hips work? How do I walk? What does my walk look like? Like so, yeah. Um, it's it's a lot. They're like you have to like your functions. Um, you can like lose the ability to talk for a while. A lot of lately, like if you're not talking, if the thing is, if you're on mushrooms and you're doing something, you're going to keep doing it. If you're not doing anything, like if you're sitting and you're not talking to anybody, well, buckle up because you're not going to want to talk at all for like hours, and then your voice is like worn out, even though you haven't done anything. Your throat is tired, your voice is tired, even though you have not talked. So it's a big physical and mental strain. If you're doing uh a a great amount, which a great amount, it there is no base amount because each mushroom acts different. Each type of mushroom, each strain of mushroom acts different. You can't just say, oh well, 3 grams is fine when 3 grams on one kind of mushroom may not be very much, may not feel like much of a trip, but 3 grams on another kind is like way too much for you probably. So you really just gotta like be careful. It's not like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to compare it to. Is like because there's nothing to compare it to. It's its own thing. But y'all don't want to hear me talk no more. Y'all want to see my shit journal, my horrible, awful, god, awful scribbles. I get really, really intense trips, like I said. And you're gonna see how intense. So, first I'm gonna read you what I wrote, which I tried, did not last long. It was like, I wrote a page front and back, and that was it. Before it devolved into, like, psychosis scribbles. That's how I'm describing them. Okay, so, this human body is hard to love, but the wind blowing through it makes it easier. And I underline through it because I don't mean like blowing past me. I don't mean blowing around me. I mean it felt like there were slots in my body that the wind was passing through. She dances with me. I feel like nothing more than a feather to her. The wind. I love the wind. And another thing is when I say cold, mushrooms will make you feel cold because today it was like 88 degrees Fahrenheit, and I was sitting out there in the sun, and I was like, man, I am cold. I want my jacket. So, you will want to bundle up. The smell of the river drowns me in a fluid blanket of calm. That didn't last long. I could sleep in its bed, hold me day and night. The sound of rushing water is hypnotizing. The sound of my music box lulling me to sleep. Some of this is very poetic. And then it gets kind of crazy. My body, oh, here we go. My body comes undone in rhythmic swirls and pulsing spots. Freedom from the confining skin, everything stops. I am reminded of the crown upon my head, heavy in metal, weighing me down. Swirling around me, through me, is life. Cold and hot, an explosive dance of color colliding into one orgasmic party of unimaginable ether. Trapped under the skin, caged in bone, is me. My place is in the sun, not the dark. Yeah, feel free to think what you want. Leave comments. Yeah. I'm a poet. Get over it. Yes, the sun soothes me, melts me, warms my hooves, heats the stones that kiss my flesh, my bed. My earth, perfect in her every way, from the soil to the sky. Want more? There is none when she is everything. I will die and let her have my flesh for nourishment. Use my bones as foundation for a more beautiful earth. I could cry from my love, my earth, you may never know how much I love you. I long for quieter times, so that I can hear your song, your hum. A little small love letter to the earth. Okay, and this is where it gets a little weird, because, like, you'll start having, like, I don't know, I can't speak for everybody. I have, like, multiple personalities, so when I take acid or anything that's, like, when I trip, I can get memories that aren't mine. I remember Greece, the steps beneath my lame body, I basked then too, kissed. I miss my chiton robes, or chiton, chiton, Chiton. I never know how to pronounce that. I know how to spell it. But the baby spiders will make me new ones, because I was getting little baby spiders crawling on me, and they were cute. They were just chilling. Bless them. I bless the small ones. I often forget who I am, but the ghosts remind me. The ones no one else can see but me. And that is, it turned into that, like, weird, ominous thing about ghosts. Because as I was sitting there, I saw someone a ghost, because they were not real. I saw someone, a man in white, run past me because I was on like a lookout platform, and they like ran past me towards the edge of it, and then like jumped, and then it disappeared. I'm explaining that because it was a ghost, and it was something my brain just kept locking onto. Okay, and now I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna flip the camera around, and we're gonna take a look at this bullshit, okay? And don't ask me to explain any of it, because I can't. I'll try to explain what I can, but be kind. Alright. Okay. So here we have the first page. This says, I remember, and then there's blood written up here, and then self. I was really on like a self-portrait kick for some reason. I just kept scratching and like doing shit and like labeling it as me. No idea what any of this is. I think it's writing, but couldn't tell you what it means. Next page. Here's another thing. Anytime I would try to write, it was like my brain would melt and ooze out of my head, and my hand would just stop, or it would turn into this. So eyes, hundreds, oil, dark, slow, and then I was trying to write just blood, but as you can see, my brain started to drag, and it's really interesting to look at, like when you're sober, because you can see, like, yeah, you see like where my brain started to drag, and my hand went with it. Sounds like blood coming out of your veins. So where I was sitting is a fountain, and the water would occasionally stop, and when it would turn back on, it would make this like airy gushing noise. And in the moment, as during my trip, it reminded me of like a really large vein or artery, like gushing blood and air. No idea what this is about. This explosion that's happening right here. The jumper, because that's and then run, jump. Like that's the ghost. I think there's. It looks like there's some writing. I can't read it to you though, because I don't know what it is. Skuga, this is the thing that lives in my apartment with me. Well, not in the apartment. Well, he lives in the apartment, but he's been living. I think he's attached to me because he was at my old place and he's still with me at this new place. And he's been around for a little bit. I like him. He's kind of goofy and cute looking. So this is, how do you describe the sound? What I was hearing is, this is why I usually listen to music on during my trips. I listen to music because I'm also schizoaffective, so I hear and see things that don't exist anyway. But I was hearing this noise in my ears and then in the back of my brain that sounded like airy, guttural metal being rattled. It was it's just an indescribable noise. I wouldn't know how to describe it to you at all. And then I have no idea what's going on here. This looked like it was going to be words, and then this, and then this. I think this is oil, and then I see blood again written here. I was really hooked on oil and blood. Bad things are coming. Yeah, because I kept like the world kept. What happened is visually what I was seeing was my world would get red and dark, and I was seeing oil like all over the ground, and it was be dark, and on the stairs was blood, and I was seeing these hundreds of eyes, just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these little yellow eyes looking at me. More of this. Yes, beautiful artwork, I know. This is like a moment of clarity. So I was seeing two kids play in like the fountain. So I doodled them. And then of course you have all this that doesn't mean anything. It was just like I just let my hand do whatever my hand wanted to do. Oh, you can see jump, and then I think it says blood again. Okay, and the next page. This is where things. So it goes from being like incoherent psychosis to kind of getting it under control just a little bit. One of the kids, I called her the flower girl because she had flowers in her hair. There was a kid playing on these mushrooms, and every once in a while the sound would pull me out of the psychosis. And so it was a very important thing. I think this is a dog with multiple eyes. This is an umbilical cord. Like a smeared umbilical cord all inside the baby is candy and bile. Colors inside the baby. Baby sounds because there's a baby crying. I missed the sun, even though the sun was out. What does that say? Have oh gosh, I can't even read that. Have I ignored you too long? I think that's what it was supposed to be. I was talking to my own brain. Have I ignored you too long? Smeared innocence, flicker flicker. I like yawned, and like cicadas like got really loud. The disruptor, bad, but the flower girl likes them. And then it got weird again. So this is like spin world, and then it just sunk. And then another, hey, look, a self-portrait. That's me. Yep, my whole neck and my face, and I think that's my body. That is me. It's okay. I'm tired. I can't even read that. Rots. I don't even know what that says. There was another kid screaming. Just more, just more. You can't look at it. Don't look at it. Trapped bug, because there was like a little bug there and it was stuck there. Whatever that is. A whole lot of this is whatever that is. I exhausted every time I start writing. It starts again. It starts again. I love the dragonflies, because the thing is when I'm in these trips, I get stuck in loops. Burning star, white, hot, and so, like, you can see like how my writing keeps like just going off, and carve, and I was just I was really into etching the paper, and it's real textured right there. I just can't keep it coherent, and then I couldn't even bring myself to write thought. Like, I knew I had to, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. I'm cold, I miss my jacket, I want to hide, warm. Who is the jumper in white? Run, jump. And please don't let them talk to me. Just when I think I'm free, I think it's the water. Another little self-portrait down here. Also, none of this is in, like, order. I'm telling you right now, this isn't, like, I'm reading it to you top down, but that is not how it was written. And then I had, like, a little yellow jacket friend who came and sat next to me. Beautiful yellow jacket, which, after I said I missed my jacket, I had a yellow jacket come sit with me. And then a dragonfly wing. I am tired. Tiff, I'm in the come down. I think I'm in the come down. Got to pack up, head home. A little caterpillar on a mushroom. Another self-portrait. Nearly there. I love my long, like, nearly there as in, like, coming down. I love my long hair on my legs. It's soft. Warm. It's warm finally. Time to head home. I have not left. I find it hard to leave. My body slowly comes together, still wearing its crown. My mind lingers still. And then another self-portrait. I like this one. This one is really, really interesting, and I like it because I was laying down, so I had my arm on the table, and my head tilted a certain way, and my body twisted underneath the table, and my arm, like, propped up on it as I was drawing. So, like, I would have been holding the pen here, but my arm isn't in the air, it's on the table, so it would still be here coming towards you, but I drew it like that instead. Oh, and then, like, a little more music notes. I think that's it. Nope. Oh, gosh. This is it. This is going to be a long walk. How do legs and hips work? What's my normal walk? Psh, I am God. God, I am. 2 more self drawings. A bat. There we go. Getting better. I was starting to get, like, I was slowly starting to come, like, sobering up. 5 equals almost death. That's, like, the amount of pills I took. The amount of, like, capsules I took of mushrooms. And then I saw this weird little weasel thing, and I was like, what the fuck is that? And I just had to draw it. Oh, and a lizard, because this bat and this lizard is artwork that I see on my walk. So there you go. Yeah, wasn't that fun? That probably really makes people not want to ever do it. But that's okay. It's not for everybody. And if I scared you into not wanting to ever try it, that's okay. It's a lot. But there's nothing evil about it. There's nothing wrong about it. It's just a lot going on. And talking to your brain is never, ever, ever going to be easy, and it's never going to be pretty. It's always going to be some messy, nasty mess like that. So, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Okay, so bye. Right, so yeah, that's it. That's all I want to talk about. Okay. But so thanks for watching. I hope you liked it. I had fun talking to you guys about it and sharing my life stories about you to you guys. Okay, so okay, bye.